Hello YouTubers, good morning. This is GQ Auto Diagnostics and Repair here with a new video. This morning I will show you how to replace front struts on a 2012 Nissan NV, 2014, never mind, 4-cylinder automatic front-wheel drive. And I will be working on the passenger side because I have better lighting there. So this is a very easy procedure. We already have the part. Now, one of the things that I will suggest every time that you get a new part, make sure you check it. It is the same, so that way you don't go through the whole repair and find out you don't have parts. So if you have the parts ahead of time, so it can save you a bunch of time and money, because time is money. Okay, now here you can see you have some oil coming out of it, so the seal is no good, even if the car is no bouncing. So anyhow, to do this repair, you're gonna need, I believe, a 13mm bolt that is on top for the strut mount, a 21mm or 13/16 ratchet and wrench and socket, a flat screwdriver, 18mm bolt, and that will be pretty much it. Now, before I continue, if you are new to the channel, welcome, and please take a second, a fraction of a second to hit that subscribe button, leave your comments down below, and ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we upload a new video. So without further ado, let's get to the repair. Let me place the camera in an angle that you guys can be able to see. Right now the lighting is not the best. Oh my goodness, I thought I was gonna have something better. Okay, so we're gonna start right here with this part. Okay, so as I said in the video, not helping. Okay, I think that's better. All right, let's get to it. These two bolts, they are the same, so no need to worry about which one goes where. This can be interchangeable, but if you like to just keep everything neat, put it back the same spot that you found it. Okay, now we got to move and be careful with the speed sensor right here. So you got to pop this, pop that. Here's where the screwdriver is going to come handy. Here we have the clip retainer for the brake hose, so we're gonna tap it there, and that should bring it out of if you don't know how to look like, it's like I see retainer. So that's the part of the spring load that in place. Put it in a place that you don't going to lose it. Now here you're gonna push the hose back in between, Sometimes the new shocks, depending on the quality, this area can be very tight fit. So sometimes you have to just open it up with a screwdriver a little bit more, so that when you put the new hose, the hose back in place, it can just center and allow you to put that retainer back in place without no issue. Next, 18 millimeter right there, boom. Now, one tip that I want to give you guys, when you do this, if you're going to do obviously one side at a time, make sure both sides of the vehicle, they are lifted. Okay, if you just lift one side and the other one, the opposite side, is resting on the ground, that's going to put a lot of load on the sway bar, and you're going to need to use a screwdriver to bring the sway bar down or up, depending where the load goes, to be able to pull it out of the place. That's it. Beside that, everything else is pretty straightforward. All right, so next we're gonna go up. All right, and I'm gonna be using, I believe, a 13 millimeter swivel. That's me. You don't need to. Socket and a ratchet will be just fine. So let me bring this here. I don't know if you guys can see there, but that is the area that we're going to be working on. Let me place the camera. I'm trying to do this quick, so that way I don't keep you too long in the video. Right there. Have more light now. Perfect. Now this is quite tall, so I need to use a short one. I'm gonna use this. Yep, 13 millimeter. I want to warn you, you're going to take those three around it. Do not, I repeat, do not touch the one in the center. The one in the center is the one keeping the spring compressed. If you remove the center one, all that energy is going to release, and you're going to hear a big pop, and it potentially can harm you. Do not touch it. Stay away from it. Okay, now lastly, with the other hand right here, you're going to try to hold this so that way it doesn't drop. Or, very simple, you can actually put one of these bolts back here. Let me do that, and let it rest there. Okay, so place the camera again, so I can do it, but some of you guys might not be so mechanically inclined, and I don't want comments that somebody got hurt because they followed my direction but they didn't have the experience to multitask. So I do not want issues. I still am going to try to hold it with my left hand here. Done. Boom. Now I can let it rest. And here, now the brake hose is going to go behind the strut, and the speed sensor is going to be on the front. Just remember that. Just be careful here. Okay, now we got the the new versus the old one side to side. This is in the same direction, this is in the same position. Even here we have an R for right. There you go. So we want to make sure everything looks the same. All right, the same height here to here, same time. Believe it or not, everything looks the same, but one of the struts a little bit longer. That is not good. Oh, this part here can be longer, a short one, even if this is the same. Always check your parts. Okay, now here you can see the oil now. Okay, my hand is, see, oil. When you see that, I mean it's time to change your struts. All right, so let's put this back together. Try to keep this a very, very short video. So first, make sure you remove the bolts on the top. This one came with the bolts, new ones. It's always a good practice to put in that. Okay, great. So on this one I'm gonna go like this. It's a lot easier. Okay, let's see if I can put the bolts on top first. Nope, can't. At bad angle. Okay, here it is a good practice to have somebody to actually help you to support this. But on this case, it's not the case. In this situation, I have nobody else to help me today. No big deal. I always work on myself, so I'm okay with it. Again, make sure the brake line, brake hose is behind, and the speed sensor, it is right in front of the strut. So that way, you don't put everything and you have to remove the bolts and push it and all that stuff. Now, the next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the floor jack on the bottom so I can lift it. Now that it's a little higher, I have to center it, lift it a little bit more, center it, and we are good. All right, so you can see the floor jack. This is in position. With one hand, I was guiding it here, and when my leg was pumping the jack up, now here you can see that the hole is lining up. That's one. That is two. And obviously the other one is gonna go in. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so in the description below I'm gonna add, okay, the 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna add the torque specs so you can find it there. And the next thing, we're gonna reinstall this, push it in place. This one comes here. Sometimes you have to twist it a little bit, so you can just put this bar here. Sometimes you need pliers to squeeze it in, but that's about it, guys. So anyhow, this is how you replace torque strut mounts. So like I say, I will include the torque specs in the description below and when I edit the video. Alright, if you find any value in this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channels, comment, share the video, and hopefully with this 15-minute video, some of you down there around the world can save some money and have your car reliable again. Again, do your best, forget the rest. God bless, and I see you in the next video. Later.